Welcome to Comics on Parole. My name is Dan Glazer. This is actually Ricky Muse. He's a comic and an actor. Been in many, many movies, but we'll get to him in a minute. How you doing, Al?
Good, man. What's up?
Nothing. That's what I can't remember that joke. You know, my wife never has the time of day for me.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I'm late to everywhere. Okay, let's get to the real comics. Let's get to the real comics. This is an open mic show, a real open mic show. And right now, first up is actor, comedian, Ricky the Muse. Take it away, Ricky.
Okay, well, like he said, I'm an actor and a comedian because it's hard to make money as an entertainer. So I was acting, and I was in a movie called Jane Mansfield's Car, which don't tell me you'd ever seen it because nobody ever saw it. But one of the other actors in the movie was the comedian Ron White. And after we shot the movie, he threw a party at his house and invited me to it, and I was there. And at one point during the night, it was just me and Ron at the bar. And I was telling him I was thinking about doing some stand-up. And he was giving me some pointers, and he told me to be a great comedian, I had to be self-deprecating. Well, I'd had a few drinks by then, and I thought he said to be a great comedian, you got to be self-defecating. So I'm thinking I'm going to be famous because there's not a week goes by I don't crap in my pants. So I ended up expanding my repertoire into doing some comedy. So now I'm an actor and a comedian. However, as an entertainer, you don't always have a set income. You know, sometimes you make a lot of money this month, next month you might not make any. So I decided I needed to expand even further, so I became a Chippendale dancer. Not a real successful one, okay? Because I see some of these guys, they go up there with their little thongs on stage, they come off the stage, they got 5s and 10s, every now and then a 20 tucked down in there. When I go up there, I got to carry one of those old-timey gas station attendant coin changers, because I get a woman give me $1, she wants 50 cents to change. And I think it might have something to do with the way I wear my thong, because I can't stand the strap up the crack of my butt. So what I do is I take the strap out and run it around my butt cheek and duct tape it in place. And that makes the thong not really fit right, so every now and then that one left nut will fall out. That happened the other night, and I came off stage, and one of the other dancers was laughing at me, making fun of me. Well, I'm not going to put up with that. So right then and there, I challenged him to a twerking contest. And he accepted. So we get up on stage, and let me tell you, the music started, and I was working it. I was tearing it up. I challenged my inner Miley Cyrus, and I was just going, when all of a sudden, my ass broke. I didn't even know you could break your ass. But it broke. And so I had to spend some time in one of our local area hospitals. I'm not going to say which one because we signed a disclosure agreement where I can't talk about what happened there. How much time have I got left?
15 seconds.
Well, then I can't tell you what happened.
No, tell me right.
You know, you'll have to come see me perform live, and I'll tell you what happened to me at the hospital. Okay?
Give it up for Ricky the Muse. That's how you roll. Very good. Ricky, okay, so you're coming out in a movie.
I got a couple movies coming out this year.
And tell us about those movies.
Well, one of them is the Rings 3. The first Ring movie came out, I think, in 2002. Scared the hell out of everybody.
Right.
That's where you watch the video and the little girl comes crawling out the TV.
Right.
Well, they made a third one, and I'm in it.
Oh, very good.
Well, the only thing is I'm going to have somebody else watch and tell me if I was any good.
You're very scared?
Yeah, I don't think scared.
It's a big speaking role, right?
Well, yeah, it's a big role. I'm in a couple of scenes.
Anything else?
Well, I was in a movie called Billy Lindslong. halftime walk.
Okay.
It's it's about a Iraq war veteran.
Okay.
A lot of big stars in that. Got another small speaker on. I don't care. You can put me in anything. If you're gonna pay me, I ain't got to talk. I just sit there and look pretty. I don't care.
You're nuts, Ricky. I just can't figure if you're the left nut or the right nut. But up dumb.
Well,
okay.
Well, the left one's bigger.
Okay. God, thank you so much, Ricky. Thank you. It's always an honor. We do a segment here called Keeping Up with Ricky, so we'll have. Can we get you back on after the movie comes out?
Sure.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Give it up for Ricky Muse. Right now, take it to a Atlanta Comedy Theater commercial.
American Hearts Radio Entertainment Network is proud to announce that Dan Glazer's Comics on Parole Open Mouth Night will be held on Wednesday night at Atlanta Comedy Theater in Atlanta, Georgia, where you could get glazed every week with Dan Glazer. Dan has great success with his Comics on Parole Open Mouth Night. Now fate has brought Comics on Parole to a larger stage at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. Come see the Comics on Parole Open Mic at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. This is a show up, go up, for 45 minutes before the scheduled shows. 4650 Jimmy Carter Boulevard, number 114B. Go to www.atlcomedytheater.com. And don't forget to check out Comics on Parole web TV series every first and third Tuesday of every month at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on www.americanheartsradio.com web TV.
Right now, we welcome to the parole desk Alia Ghosheh. Take it away, Alia.
Have you ever been so broke that you go to the bank and you ask for your balance and they whisper it to you? $2. I've been there. It's not a fun place. The worst part is I don't hear very well. So I thought to myself, well, whatever it is, it's not a good number, so I'm not going to worry about it. So I just left. I've been single for a while now. Dating is hard. The last 2 guys I dated were musicians. The first guy I dated was a drummer. Thought I finally met someone cool. Turns out he just wanted to bang. The second guy I dated was a bass player. Again, thought I finally met someone cool. Turns out he just wanted to string me along.
But not dumb.
I think part of the problem with dating is that we're just not honest with each other about what we look like or anything at all, really. I saw this guy on OkCupid, and he was gorgeous. He had long, flowing hair and real green eyes. I was like, all right, I'll date this guy. So when I went to meet him, he had long, flowing hair, streaked in gray, and it covered a bald spot. He kind of looked like as if World of Warcraft was a person. It just wasn't a good look. And I said, just how old is that picture? And he didn't skip a beat. And he was just like, 6 years old. He wasn't even sorry or anything. It was awful. I like cats. I came up, I'm on this thing called Online Party Crashers, and we go to any public party on Facebook, and we crash it, and we eventually get them to shut down the party. So I came up with this delightful character that has 47 cats, because it's just a terrifying number. And I go to these events, and I go, hey, is this a cat-friendly event? My 47 cats are ready to party. And we've shut down a bunch of weddings, so I think we did them a favor, though. I told my friend about the 47 cats. She's a real-life crazy cat lady, and she goes, 47 cats? 47 cats? We can make this happen. I have 20 cats. I said, well, they're just imaginary cats, but they don't have to know that. She's like, well, this is so cool if our cats talked. I said, absolutely not. That's the worst thing that could happen. My cat likes to watch me while I take a shower and use the bathroom. And the last thing I need is my cat running around telling all the neighborhood cats, yeah, she does a lot of exercise, but don't think it's really working. Not seeing a lot of results. In Athens, we have a restaurant. I think it's funny, the location, because it's a fuzzy taco right next to a Brazilian waxing place. I think it's funny because Life's all about choices. Sometimes you feel like a fuzzy taco, and sometimes you don't. I'm going to leave you guys with this. My mom says she thinks I walk like a brontosaurus. I think that's funny, not because she thinks I walk like a dinosaur, but because she's so specific about what dinosaur she thinks I am. Besides, I totally walk like a T-Rex. What would a T-Rex say if it was around today? I'll tell you. Could someone give me a hand?
Give it up for Alia. So, Alia, sounds like you have a cool cat. Likes to watch your. He's a cool cat or he's a pervert. Likes to watch your cat. Okay, so you have an You have a comedy show in Athens, an open mic, right?
Yes.
And tell us about it.
It's Comic Stick Comedy Show. It's every Monday night at Flicker Bar from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's a show up and go up. The last Monday of every month we have the Showcased. It's located at 263 West Washington Street, Athens, Georgia, 30601. Like our page, Comic Strip Comedy Show, to keep up with all our future dates.
And cats are welcome. Bring your cats. Thank you so much, Alia. Now let's welcome to the stage. This young man just recently starred in a movie called Rabidus about cannibals, and he lost his head in this movie. Give it up for Lamardea and her son. Take it away, Lamardea.
Man, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. My name is Lamardea Bizarre Anderson. Yeah, it's kind of ghetto. That's what my mama named it. I mean, who gonna name their kid Bizarre? That's like a stripper name or something like that. And then she always wonder why my daddy didn't stick around. Who want to be carrying around a kid named Lamardea Bizarre? I mean, crazy. But ladies, I am tired of these women out here talking about they want a strong man. Fellas, I'm telling you right now, we looking for strong women with strong eyelashes and strong heads. Because their eyelashes be so heavy when you talk to them, they be like sleep. I mean, it's ridiculous. Then the head the head be full of weed and just like hold your back. Like, I mean, that's all they doing in pictures. Like, good God, I mean, trim it down some. I mean, the Brazilian, I mean, it's okay. Man, I've been married for 39 years. I mean, I know that. I know y'all looking like, yeah, I've been married for 39 years. I mean, I'm just saying that, you know, I was my mama baby daddy, you know, growing up because she was a single mother. And I realized that I was her baby daddy indirectly. You know, I had to do hair, comb hair, at 10-year-old cut grass, know how to balance a checkbook. I mean, all this great stuff I thought was the right thing to do until I got older. And I'm like, yo, my credit been messed up since I was 13, just like a wife would do you know. I mean, I couldn't talk to no other females because my mama always just interrupted it. No, she too fast for me. No, you too fast for me. I mean, you got my credit jacked up already, and I ain't even turned 15 yet. I mean, shame on her, man. But my real wife, though, let me tell you something. We just came back from Puerto Rico, and my wife is so jealous that, you know how you get like skin, like sunburn or whatever, and your skin start peeling after the cause. My wife told me why my skin wasn't peeling like hers. Hers just instantly started peeling, mine just started peeling like now. Like I still got a little peeling right here or whatnot. What else going on? Donald Trump, I'm going to tell y'all right now. Listen, people, just don't vote for him. You don't have to go and argue with the people, man. Just don't vote. I mean, I'm getting tired of people. Whoa, Donald Trump this. I'm going to fight him. I'm going to fight the protester or whatnot. But, hey, there's just no comedy. Just don't vote for the guy, and we'll be okay. Man, let's see. 3 minutes is a long time, you know. I'm trying to figure out some more good old stuff because it was a clean show for kids. And why your kid up at 9 o'clock, I don't know why. But, hey, maybe this is airing in California somewhere. But my name is Lamardea, a.k.a. L.A., comedian L.A. You can find me on Facebook. Yeah, come on in.
Give it up, Lamardea. Oh, by the way, this show is sponsored by the Donald Trump campaign. No, I'm
Get me over here.
Okay, you're gonna you're in a movie,
right?
And it's tell me about it.
It's a movie called Rabidus. It's about a woman from Australia that was raised in a cannibalistic tribe. So she had like a a thing for men. Like she killed like every one of her spouses except for me.
Right.
When I came along, the good-looking guy and all that good stuff.
She liked you.
Yeah, she liked me. But kind of find out the whole family was like cannibalism, and I ended up getting killed by.
You lost your head over it.
Yeah, I lost my head. Actually, just blowed my mind.
When is this movie coming out?
Actually, we doing a premiere at the Landmark Theater.
Right. Go ahead.
March 26th, and it's a low budget.
And how do they get tickets?
You can go to landmarktheater.com.
On Ponce de Leon.
On Ponce de Leon.
Very good.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it's a low budget film, so it's premiering like at 11 o'clock p.m.
There is no sound; it's all in subtitles.
Right.
It's a silent movie. But anyway, thank you so much, Lamardea.
All right.
Lamardea the Anderson. Now let's welcome to the stage a lady I've never heard, never met, but I hear she's funny. She's from Athens. She's a friend of Alia Ghosheh. Give it up for Veronica Darby. Take it away, Veronica.
Hey. I am looking out in the crowd, and I'm going to say that I'm close to the oldest person in this room.
I'm 58. You're not.
I said I'm close. I'm close to. I am. I'm 48, so there you go. And, which is good, because that means I will actually say things you will understand. And we can have a dialogue with each other. Because sometimes I work in clubs where my children are older than the people in the club. And it's good, because I think we can relate here. Like, I think all of us here can talk about using public toilets.
Yes.
Everyone here has used a public toilet, or have been afraid of a public toilet, right? Right?
Well, doing a toilet out in public, yes.
That isn't even as scary. It's you touching a door handle someone else might have touched after they touched something that you don't know. That's the scary part. I'm so old. When I was about 10 years old, my mom and aunt convinced me that I should never sit on a public toilet seat because they were so dirty. You could catch something from them. And back in the day, you could catch a baby from sitting on a toilet seat if you were in the wrong neighborhood. I was real happy when STDs came out, because my initials are VD, and it gave me a way to eliminate that topic. Also, STDs, I'm old enough that we knew all of our STDs by name. There were only 4 of them: chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, and the crabs, if you count the crabs. I guess you count the crabs if you're a sailor. And, now we have STDs where you don't get cured and you die with them, and everybody has them. Somehow this is, somehow we have all come to realize that we're all just going to have sexually transmitted diseases. This is why we need to be afraid about touching those handles in the bathroom and the public restrooms. Is that my 3 minutes?
Not yet.
Okay, good, because I can keep going.
You got 30 seconds.
I got 30 seconds. I can't go too far, I guess. I would also like to let you know that we regularly... I work with Alia, and we put on quite a few comedy shows in and around the Athens area.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll come here and sit down. Give
Please
it up for Alia.
Veronica.
Veronica.
I'm going to guess
it's the STD thing.
Yeah, I'm going to guess it's not the first time you couldn't hit the spot either. Yeah.
Okay. Ow. Anyway, so you have an open mic? You work with her?
Not personally, but, yes.
And how were your children conceived?
Biblically.
Biblically. Oh, very good.
Biblically.
You're not like the Virgin Mary.
No.
I like your hat and your glasses.
Thank you.
You look like a reporter.
I was trying for that look.
Really?
No,
it's good.
But I'm glad that you know.
Or the town drunk.
That's probably a better description. That's probably a much better description.
Give it up for Darby. No, Veronica Darby. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you, Veronica. Now let's welcome to the stage. He's well known in the city of Atlanta. He performs all over town at the major clubs. Give it up for Swervin the Ervin. Take it away, Swervin.
Thank you. I almost didn't know who he was talking about for a second. I was like, wait, I thought I went next. Oh, right, okay. Oh, yeah. I started dating again recently, which is a weird thing to say when I never really stopped dating. It's not like I took myself off the market or anything to get my mind clear, get my mind right. No. Women just stopped talking to me for a period of time in my life. I think it's maybe because I stopped going out to bars and talking to weird drunk women, which apparently are the basis of my fan base. So yeah, 5 months later, I'm like, yeah, maybe back to the drawing board. Maybe try it again. I think the internet has ruined dating. Because, well, especially for me. I wasn't good at dating in the first place, and I wasn't good at the internet. Now let's put both of these together and see if this double negative works out. You know, it's I couldn't talk to a woman before, and now there's paperwork involved. This is great. You know, that doesn't help things out. I had a couple women call me up. We started a dialogue, and they said they were going to have to verify me. So, well, first with who? I don't know these people. And second of all, I can explain. Whatever they say, first off, I'm not with those women. Second off, I was acquitted. And, oh yeah, keep it clean. Never mind, we'll keep it to 2. We'll keep it to 2. This is hard. Yeah, that takes away. I can't talk about losing my virginity anymore.
Yes, you can in a clean kind of way.
No, I can't talk about losing my virginity. I will tell you this, I started drinking at the same time, and after years of therapy, those two things are connected. So, there's that. I think it has something to do with the incest. But you know what, we'll skip that one. Okay. We'll move on. People need to be drunk to hear that, especially me. Yeah. Those family reunions are awkward. All right, I'll stop. I'll stop there.
You want to stop there?
No, I got one more. I got scoliosis, which means I have a hunchback, which you can't see it from this lovely angle. I'm all right if I could just face the woman all night. But that kind of makes it awkward when you're trying to back out of the room like, all right, you want anything to drink? You know, I'm going to go down the hallway this way to... She's like, did I sleep with a penguin? It's better than a hunchback. Google it. There's more people sleeping with penguins. I have a lot of time on my hands. Whatever. But there's not a lot of people who are you could look up to as a hunchback. I mean, we got Quasi and Igor, which are great names. And my name's Ervin, so it's not even better. It's like, yeah, there's no hope.
Give it up for Swervin Ervin. Now, Swervin, you've been a comedian for 10 years?
8.
You make any money on it yet?
It depends. Not enough.
Not enough?
No.
What do you do in the daytime job?
I work at a dollar store in the ghetto, so I have a lot of material on a daily basis.
You know, people get irritated when I go to the dollar store and ask them the price of things.
I don't know, guess. It could be, 10 cents? No, it's $1.
Right.
It's
okay.
$1.
Give it up for Swervin the Ervin.
Thank you.
Where are you performing at next?
Where anybody will hire me.
Very good. Very good. Now this is a young man who really took up comedy to get away from the family. Even though he loves his family, he loves them from a distance. Give him up from Lance Burson.
Thank you. Okay, so bullying is a big deal, and I think we should talk about it. But I have a hard time having any sympathy for you people with your online bullying. You see, I live with 4 women, aged 11, 12, and 20. That's right, 2 preteens and a college sophomore. So don't come at me with your online bullying, because I get haters without ever logging onto the internet. Where's my hashtag activism? That's what I want to know. I do live with 4 women, and by that I mean a wife and 3 daughters. I am not old school Mormon. I did try that in the 1990s, and no matter what I did, I could not get my husband to pay attention to me and only me. Living with women is really difficult because there are double standards. Now, I'm not one of those kind of comedians that goes, hey, women are different than men. Okay, we get that. We can all drop our pants and see that. What I'm talking about is double standards. And the worst for me is the car. My wife can road rage with the best of them, make F-bombs sound like Shakespearean poetry. But the minute I get frustrated and I say, excuse me, fellow motorist, your inability to use your turn signal has greatly inconvenienced me. I've got a kid in the back seat Googling therapist because Dad's got an anger management problem. I'm on my second marriage. I think it's pretty obvious by looking at this. No one would want to live with it forever. We are very unconventional because the gender roles are completely reversed. I'm the sensitive, creative, emo one, and the four of them like to make me cry. We're non-traditional, obviously. Wife and I have been married before, no big deal. We're just like the Brady Bunch, except with tattoos and police records, and the dad seems gay from the outside. Kind of no need for any true Hollywood story to find that out. It's not. If you're like me, and you do have 3 kids, age 11, 12, and 20, and one of them is in college right now studying to become an attorney, read every single piece of paper they put in front of you. Recently, my sweet little blonde-haired, blue-eyed princess of an 11-year-old comes up to me and she says, Dad, can you sign my daily school agenda? And because I think I'm a comedian, I tried to give her a little joke. And I said, sweetheart, you always have an agenda. And I handed over my signature. And like a total gangster, no emotion, no irony in her voice, she deadpans, and now I have power of attorney. You ready?
Now, with a name like Lance, did people often think either you were gay or you were a porno star? Which was
both. Well, first of all, the porno star was totally out because I think I was the last person in the entire county that I lived in to lose my virginity, so that didn't happen. But yes, I have to say, no, I do not own an antique store in Midtown. That's not...
Yeah. Now, what I didn't know about you, you actually were a comic 10 years ago.
20. Tried
20 years ago.
20.
Maybe you could possibly make it. And
think so?
Make some money at it. You did it for 3 years.
About 2 years. Yeah.
With a guy named Shep Slater, a friend of mine. And did you make any money?
Enough to be an alcoholic, and then I had to beer and peanuts. That's about
very good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Are you going to show this show to your family?
Probably not a good idea. What do
you
think?
talk about marriage. Lance, I've been happily married 30 years. My wife's been happily married 15. But okay, let's get on to the next one. Now let's welcome to the stage a young lady who just ate right. In fact, her name is Candi Aintright. Give it up for Candi Aintright. Take it away, Candi.
Whew, God. Watching Ricky Muse made me think of my Ron White experience. I'm a huge Ron White fan, or I have been for the last 20 or so years, guys. But the first time I got to see him live, it was right up front, and it was awesome. And by the time I made it backstage, I was a newbie to the comedy deal. By the time I got backstage, he was snockered. And I went completely fan on him, okay? And y'all.
And now you're having a baby.
Oh God! And I was like, Mr. White, will you please make a picture with me? And he would, and it's my Ron White impersonation. He was like, no, I'd rather not. So like a couple of years later, I was like backstage, and so I guess I had like a little bit more, I had been around the comedy biz a little bit more. And so when he saw me again, he recognized me, and he was really nice, super nice. And he asked me if I would hold his pocketbook. Now, I've been a fan of his a long time, okay? The last thing I expected to see was Ron White with a man purse, okay? Tripped me out, okay? But anyways, so I actually did. And I finally got my picture with him. But I had a fantasy come true, okay? As a Ron White fan, I got to hold Ron White's sack. Y'all, and just like I always figured, it felt like leather. Oh, but I did. I finally got the picture, and it's on my Facebook page, and it looks like me with Marty Stewart blown up with a air pump. So yeah. Hi, Ron. I know you're not going to watch this, so I'm cool.
It's his favorite show.
Really? Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Oh, man, I've been in therapy. My kids got lice over Christmas vacation. And then my younger child and my older children got mad at me because they said I was like freaking out and paranoid, so they sent me to therapy because they're smart alecks. And but here, like last week, it came out on the news about super lice. Okay, but so when it's on the news, it's like news and it's interesting. But when I said it, they sent me to therapy when I told them these little lice look like they're on steroids. Y'all, I've been raising kids 31 years. I ain't never seen nothing like this. You know, they were in suits part of the time. They were flying, but they had capes. Okay, y'all. My kids rebelled against me by being normal. So, yeah. But they did get the Smart Aleck gene. For Christmas, they got me the Life Alert system.
Very good, very good.
You ready?
Yes, give it up for Candi Aintright. You know, I've talked to your children before, and they said one of their favorite meals you'd like you to make for them is chicken with lice.
That's great.
Thank you. Anything new? Where are you going to be next?
I was just on Angela Miller's 5 to Watch.
At the Atlanta Comedy Theater?
At the Atlanta Comedy Theater. Those are awesome guys. Great place to see a show. Y'all should check it out if you hadn't. If you hadn't performed there, go there. It's the place to be, man.
We'll get Candi on again and have her explain why she's called Candi Aintright, but I think you know. Anyway, thank you for turning into Comics on Parole. Tune in a couple of weeks when we don't know who will be here, but they will be here. Thank you. Remember, wherever you go, there you are. Bye.